And now you was a part of another show that lasted, much longer. You was a co-creator of Mad TV. If you could talk about how that came about in your role in the sketches.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, Mad TV sprung out of Mad Magazine, which was, before your time. But when I was a kid, it was fairly revolutionary, pretty raunchy comedy in comic book form. And I guess the creator of that magazine hated advertising and television. He didn't want anything to do with it. But when he died, the DC Comics owned the rights to the magazine. And when he died, the TV rights came up. They wanted to do TV. So Quincy Jones and his partner came or acquired the rights to Mad Magazine, and they started accepting pitches from writers to be the showrunners for for a television version of it. And my partner and I pitched to them. They liked our pitch better than anybody else's, and we went to Fox, and Fox knew us from In Living Color, and we pitched it. And so they gave us a pilot, and we shot the pilot. And like the night we shot the pilot, they were like, "Okay, we're going to give you guys a season." So we were up and running right away.
Oh wow, that's real cool. If I could ask you, what was it like connecting with Quincy Jones? Because I always think of music. I didn't even put him with, comedy and Mad TV and all of that.
Yeah, I think he got into television with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I don't know how that transpired, but he was an executive producer of that show and an owner of that show. So I think this was just a new extension of that business. He was, he wasn't, to be honest, he wasn't really around that much. I mean, I think he was like, helped set it up, and then, he was off to do one of his million projects. I think that was pretty close on the heels of all the Michael Jackson amazing albums. So he came around a few times, and it was always really an honor. I mean, the guy, what a genius. So, and he would do things like we would, we would show him. I remember one time he came and we showed him a bunch of sketches, and he's a musician. So his criticism and his notes were like, guys, you need to put some more spice into it. You need a little more rhythm track, a little more, it was just like this incomprehensible music. We were like, yeah, but what jokes worked? And he was like, you just need to mix it up a little bit. so we were pleased to get his feedback, but it was kind of hard to understand what he was talking about.
Wow. Okay. Now I wanted to ask you about it. Over the course of the 14 years, did you have any skits that come to mind, like some of your favorite skits that you worked on?
Yeah, I thought, this, I don't know if you remember the character Stuart, but Michael McDonald came in with this character, and he was just this hilarious little boy who didn't really connect with reality. And Stuart was tons of fun. Oh man, the thing about Mad was it was an hour long of sketch comedy. And, sketch is hard because every week it's new characters. It's not like with a sitcom, it's like the same set and the same characters, and you're sort of writing new stuff for the same characters to do. So you didn't have to come up with new characters. And this was like a whole new hour every week. I mean, we had recurring characters, of course, but it was grueling, tough working. But I'm trying to think of some of the stuff, man. Nothing comes to mind right now, but give me a minute. I'm sure I'll think of a few.